Hey, it's Katie, and welcome back to my BookTube channel. I am literally so excited to make this video because this is my birthday book haul. So my birthday is August 18th, and to celebrate, I decided to order myself a bunch of books that I've been really wanting to buy. So I ordered, I think, 14 books. Like, it's a lot. And I have so many packages. I can't even fit them all in frame. They're really heavy. But I am going to be unboxing these for you guys and also telling you a little bit about them. I'm not sure how much I will remember because I'm just going to be honest. A lot of these I have just been recommended by one of my favorite booktubers, Steph. I will try to remember to link her channel for you guys, but I love all of her videos and I've read a few books that she's recommended me, so I trust her judgment and her recommendations, so most of these just came from her, so I don't know too much about a couple of these, but sorry, that was a lot of words, but we will jump into this first package. I am probably going to struggle to open these because I don't usually order books online, so we might just have to cut to this already being opened and me pulling out the book. Okay, let's see what this first book is. Ooh, okay, so this first one is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I only own one Colleen Hoover book aside from this so far, and that is It Ends With Us, which I have not read yet. And now I have Ugly Love, which I am very excited to read. I honestly don't know what this one is about. I just know this is one of the more popular Colleen Hoover books, and I've heard really great things. So I am excited to pick this one up. So it sounds like this is a no strings attached arrangement, and it says everything's going well as long as she can follow the two rules that Miles has for her, which is to never ask about the past and to not expect a future. And then it says, hearts get infiltrated, promises get broken, rules get shattered, love gets ugly. So that sounds really interesting. And also I love this cover because it's blue, which is my favorite color, and it's going to look great on my shelves. So let's dive into this next package. I love that this really is a birthday gift for me because I don't even remember all the books that I ordered or what is in each package. So this is really fun. Ooh, okay. This next one is Serenading Heartbreak by Ella Fields, and this is one of the ones I was telling you about that Steph recommended, and I honestly don't know what it's about, but this cover is so cute. It even has flowers on the back. I think this is one about a girl who likes her brother's best friend. I'm pretty sure that's what this one's about. And it also seems like it includes baseball, so I love books that include sports references and things like that. I think they're so fun, and I'm really excited to read a baseball one because the only ones I've read so far have been hockey romances. So if this does include baseball, that's super exciting. Ooh, okay, so I read the synopsis, and it seems like our main character's first love was her brother's best friend, who was the lead singer in a band. Her second love was a baseball player. And so basically it sounds like a really interesting love triangle. And it says that it's exquisite agony. Fate gave me two men to love, but none of us knew which one I could keep. I'm really excited because I know a lot of people don't love triangles, but I actually really do enjoy love triangles if they're done well, and this seems like such an interesting setup, and I am excited to see if I enjoy it. I've never really heard of Ella Fields until hearing about this book, so I'm excited to see if I enjoy her writing. The other book in here is Rhapsodic by Laura Thalassa. I don't really know how to say her name, but this is the first book in the Bargainer series, which I have seen all over Book Talk. I am so excited to finally have this in my hands, and I think this is the one where our main character is a siren, and she basically has been going through her life collecting all these IOUs for all these favors that she's received, and now the bargainer basically is coming to be like, hey, I need to collect all of your debts, essentially. And that is really all I know. Yeah, that's really all I know about this book. I think there's something about Fae also. So we have like a siren, Fae, and then the bargainer. So I am excited to read this. The cover is really interesting because it basically looks like some kind of a wing with like little talons. So I am definitely very interested because it's like paranormal, but also like a fantasy romance. And I have just heard really good things about it. So I will definitely let you know what I think about this one. This one says tear to open. So I'm going to see if I can open it successfully. Ooh. I did it. I got all the way across. I feel like I always see like unboxing videos and people always struggle to like open them all the way. So I don't know if these are the exact same packages, but I'm excited that I was able to do it successfully. Ooh, okay. Next, we have 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. And all I know is that this is a standalone, and I mean, some of these might also be standalones that I already talked about, but this is a standalone. I know it's a romance. I know that sometimes this makes people really cry, so I do have high hopes for that. I'm still looking for books that make me cry, so we will see. I know that it's about childhood friends, and I think one of them moved away, and now it's taking place in present day where they are 17 years old. Whoever moved away ends up moving back, and I think it's the boy that moves back, and he's like really excited to reunite, but then she kind of gives him like the cold shoulder, and she's not really sure, or he's not really sure what happened. So I guess she promised to like wait for his return, but she kind of cut him off without an explanation, and so it kind of like broke his heart, and now that he's back, he's trying to figure out what happened. So it sounds really interesting, and it's also interesting because it says 1 kiss lasts a moment, but 1,000 kisses can last a lifetime. So I am just excited. Also, this says that it's recommended for 14 and up. So I'm kind of looking for like a fun book that kind of reminds me of like older YA, like things I would have enjoyed like while I was in high school and everything. And I feel like it's going to be a very sweet, like heart-wrenching romance. So I definitely have high expectations for this one. And the other book in here is Vicious by LJ Shen. And I am not really sure how I feel about the cover, but I decided I would give this a chance anyway. I don't really like book covers that have like shirtless men on it because, you know, I feel like my family watches these videos, and also I always show them all my new books, so might have to hide this one. But this is definitely an enemies to lovers, so it also seems kind of, I don't know if it's classified as a second chance romance, but basically our main characters knew each other from 10 years ago, and he kind of like bullied her and made her life like a living hell basically, and like ran her out of the town that they were in. And now she is, I think, an artist in New York City, and he ends up in the city as well, and basically is like back in her life and decides that like he isn't leaving until he takes her with him. So it's definitely the type of romance that I think I will really enjoy. This is one that's been on my TBR for a very long time, and I'm really excited to start this series. It's, I think, the Sinners of Saint series, so I don't know, I'm just really excited. This is one I've been wanting for literally forever. Okay, here's the other Colleen Hoover book that I ordered. I got November 9, and I feel like I've heard mixed reviews about this recently, but up until recently, I feel like people really, really love this one, and this is another one I always see in stores. So I decided to finally cave and get myself a variety of Colleen Hoover books. But this one is about a girl who meets like this aspiring novelist, and I think he's like kind of using her as a muse, sort of. I don't really know that part. All I know is this is about two characters who kind of live their own separate lives, but they always meet up again on November 9th. And they do this for, I don't even know how many years. I can't remember. But yeah, so they like live their own lives. They meet the same day every year. And that sounds like such an interesting plot, just to like only see each other one day a year, but to kind of like continue a relationship over the span of a bunch of years. I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but it just sounds like such an interesting plot line. So I'm kind of excited to see how it goes, because I feel like there's probably not a lot to go off of on their relationship, but obviously people really love this book, so I'm sure it's done beautifully. But because I've never read a Colleen Hoover book, I don't really know what to expect. So this one I am unsure of, but I'm definitely excited to see what I think about it. Okay, let's see what the other book is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the other book is Guild by Raven Kennedy, and this is the first book in the Plated Prisoner series, which one of my favorite book talkers always talks about. She read this series, I don't know, it's probably a few months ago at this point, but this is like her favorite series of all time. It like dethroned all her other favorite series, and so I am very excited to read this. This is like one of the only fantasies that I bought. A lot of these are romances. So I am excited to have a little bit of fantasy in here. I'm sure there's also a really great romance in this series as well. But that's really all I know about it. I just know she's obsessed with it. It's like her favorite series, and this is like a fantasy romance. And that's really all I need to know. I think it's also a reimagining of King Midas and like that whole story. So I've never read anything like that, and I'm really excited to see how that plays out. We are halfway done with all of the books that I ordered, and I feel like this video is just me fangirling and saying how excited I am to read books. So hopefully it's still enjoyable for you guys. But let me see if I can open this next box. Okay, so that took me way too long, but the book that is in this box is Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, and this is another book that has the potential to make me cry, and I'm pretty sure Archer is someone who doesn't really communicate with people. I think he doesn't really talk to people, and I think our main character ends up like accidentally trespassing or something, and that's how they first meet. And through time, I think they start to become friends, and everybody kind of tells her to like stay away from him, and she's like, I don't know why, he seems okay to me. And they kind of build this relationship that he doesn't really have with anybody else. And I'm pretty sure that's all I know about this book, but I feel like it has the potential to wreck me. Okay, the last package is this huge one. It's so heavy, so let me see if I can open this one a little bit easier than that last package. There are so many books in here. Okay, so the first one that I see is another one that's been on my TBR forever, and that is Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. And I have read a Penelope Douglas book before. I've read Corrupt, and I really enjoyed it. But this, I feel like, is a sort of different vibe to it, which I'm excited for. Also, I'm obsessed with this cover. I don't know, I just love it. Everything about it is so cute. But I think this is the one about pen pals that end up meeting in person, and only one of them knows that that's the person that they were writing to, and they end up hating who they are in real life, and so they stop writing to their pen pal, and the other person is very confused because they don't know that the person that they are now meeting in real life is the one that they were pen pals with, if that makes sense. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic because they've been writing to each other for years and they've never met until then, and it's one of those situations where one person knows their relationship but the other person doesn't. So I'm excited to see how that plays out, but honestly I feel like this book's gonna give me anxiety waiting for the other person to figure out who they are, so we will see. But I am excited to read another Penelope Douglas book because I really did enjoy Corrupt. Next, we have Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. And this says two best friends, liars, lovers, addicts. One epic love story. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what this one's about. I just know this is a very popular series on Book Talk and also on Steph's channel. And I think there's 10 books total. And this one honestly looks really tiny, but I think it's just because this is like, it's the first book in a 10-book series. So it's kind of like the introductory book. So I'm excited to meet these characters and get to know the dynamic between them. But I don't really know too much. It says, she's addicted to sex, he's addicted to booze. The only way out is rock bottom. I just feel like that'll be really interesting. I mean, again, it's a really popular series, so that's really all it takes for me to read a book. But also the fact that both of our main characters are addicted to something, I feel like just means they're going to go through a lot of character development throughout not only the book, but probably the entire series. So I am excited to read it. And I don't know, this is another one I'm kind of unsure of because I don't know too much about it. And then I had to get these next two. I ended up getting The Score and The Goal by Elle Kennedy. I already have The Deal and the Mistake, which are books 1 and 2. I've already read them, and I just had to get the rest in the series. This is the Off-Campus series. It's basically hockey romances, and it all takes place with the same friend group on the same hockey team, and it's just really great. And these are kind of, I don't want to say like a guilty pleasure read, but these are the books I go to when I'm starting to get into a reading slump and I just need something that I know I'm going to love. It reminds me of Wattpad books I used to love reading, and it just kind of gives me those like bad boy, like athlete vibes that I am usually looking for. I'm not sure who these ones are based on, but I did really enjoy the characters we met in the first 2 books. And I also love that since it's the same friend group, as the books go on, you still get to see how the first few relationships are progressing, and these as well, because they obviously still all hang out together. And I think that's really fun. So I'm excited to see more of the relationships. Ooh, this one focuses on Dean, and this one focuses on Tucker. So I am really excited. And then after I finish this series, I will definitely move on to the Briar U series. But I'm just so excited to have these because I was really sad when I read both of those so quickly, and I need more Elle Kennedy in my life. After that, I have A Deal with the Elf King by Elise Kova. And this is one I've been trying to find in stores for so long. None of the stores around me have it, and I just ended up deciding to order it online because I really, really want to read this one. This is another one with some fantasy elements to it as well. I feel like fantasy romances are usually my favorite romances, so this one has a lot of potential for me, and also I just love this cover. This is just one I've been looking at on my phone for so long, and I am so excited. It's so surreal to have all these books in my hands because they're ones that I've literally been holding off buying for so long. I'm so glad I decided to treat myself. But I know that this book involves elves, obviously, which I've never read about. And I think I don't know if it's a war or what, but basically, I think there was a war between elves and humans, and now for centuries the elf king basically takes a human from this specific village to be the human queen, and it says to be chosen is seen as a mark of death by the townsfolk. Basically, I think our main character was pretty sure that she was like too old to be chosen, or she thought she had escaped, but one day she gets like a knock on her door, and basically she gets chosen and like swept away into this new like village kingdom that she didn't expect to be in, and she is now basically the human queen, and she has to learn all about that. She's meeting the elf king, who is basically like super cold, but he's also very handsome, so she's kind of like torn about her feelings toward him, and it's just really interesting. There's like a magical land that she gets taken to, and it's like just such an interesting world to dive into. So I am just really excited for this one, and I can't wait. I just keep saying I'm excited, but I don't know how else to describe how I'm feeling right now. You could probably tell because I can't stop smiling. But we have one more book, and last but not least, we have The Bridge Kingdom by by Danielle L. Jensen. I don't know why I can't talk, but this is one I have probably seen all over Book Talk, Bookstagram, BookTube, literally any book platform. This is such a popular book, and I'm honestly kind of scared to start it, but I finally decided to give in and give this one a chance, and I'm very excited. I expected it to be a lot thicker than it is for some reason. I don't know why, it just seems like such a thick book, but it's kind of a lot thinner than I was expecting, so that's really interesting. But I don't really know too much about this one. Again, I think this is a fantasy romance, and I am really excited for another fantasy romance because they are my favorite. But the little blurb at the top says, "What if you fell in love with the one person you'd sworn to destroy?" It just sounds really good. I got distracted reading the synopsis, but I feel like you guys probably know more about this book than I do at this point. I feel like everybody's talking about it, and I have kind of stayed away from it because honestly, I'm somebody that doesn't like to know too much about a book before I dive in, which is why I don't know too much about all of these books that I bought. I just really trust other people's recommendations if, there's a good track record with me liking ones that they've previously recommended. And Steph is one of those people. And also, Book Talk tends to recommend really good books to me. So I am just really thankful that I was able to get all these books, and I am just really excited to read all these. This was such a great birthday gift, and I really enjoyed doing this video for you guys. This is probably my favorite video I've done in a very long time, obviously, because I basically got a ton of presents. But I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me unbox all of this and do this book haul. I am really excited for my birthday and all these fun videos I'm coming out with for you guys this month. If you did really enjoy this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It would literally make my day. And also comment what your birthday is down below because I just love knowing people's birthdays and zodiac signs. If you want to comment that as well, I'm a Leo. I just love things about zodiac signs too, but that is besides the point. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do all those things. And also click the notification bell so you know when I upload next. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in my next video.